Have you ever felt like you need some kind of secret decoder ring just to figure out your retirement options? Well, today, we are cracking the code on one of the most important and, yeah, often most confusing documents you're ever going to see, the annuity illustration. Let's dive right in.
If you've ever looked at all the different retirement products out there and just felt totally lost, you are definitely not alone. It can seriously feel like you're trying to navigate a brand new city with no map at all. But what if you had one? What if you had a detailed guide showing you all the potential routes, the costs, and exactly where your money could end up?
Well, that is exactly what an annuity illustration is designed to be. It's your financial roadmap. It is the key document that helps you actually see where you're going. So let's start with the absolute basics. Okay, so at its core, an annuity illustration is basically a financial forecast. It's the single document that pulls everything together: your investment, the potential interest rates, all the fees, and then it projects how your money could grow over time. Think of it as a little sneak peek into your financial future. So why should you really care about this document? Well, for a few absolutely crucial reasons. For starters, it brings transparency to the table. It forces all those terms and fees right out into the open where you can see them. It's also a really powerful planning tool that helps you build a solid retirement strategy. And, this is critical, it lets you compare different products side by side to find the best value. All of this really just adds up to one thing: giving you the peace of mind that you're making a smart decision. All right, so we know what it is, but when you actually have one of these things in your hands, where in the world do you even begin? Let's break down how to read it step by step. Think of this as your 5-point inspection for your financial future. First up, the basics. Double-check that all your personal details are correct. I know it sounds simple, but it is so crucial. Second, and this is the big one we're going to come back to, you have to learn to separate what's a firm guarantee from what's just a guess. Third, become a fee detective. Hunt down every single charge and add-on. Fourth, you've got to understand the income math. And finally, know your exit strategy by reviewing the surrender terms.
Now, of those 5 steps, there's one that is more critical than all the others combined. Seriously, if you only remember one thing from this whole explainer, make it this: understanding the difference between what is guaranteed and what is just hypothetical.
This is where you need to focus your attention. On one side, you have the guaranteed values. This represents the company's legally binding promise. It's the absolute minimum you will receive no matter what. But on the other side, you have the non-guaranteed values. These are just projections. They're educated guesses based on market conditions that can and very often do change. And this right here is the most important part. Those non-guaranteed numbers are based on factors that can change. This is not some tiny fine print, it's the fundamental truth of that column. It is a possibility, not a promise. Okay, so knowing this helps us avoid some really common traps. It's so easy to get drawn in by those big, impressive hypothetical numbers. But let's look at a few pitfalls to watch out for so you can navigate your illustration with total confidence. First up, making an apples to oranges comparison. If you're looking at illustrations from 2 different companies, you absolutely have to standardize the inputs. Make sure you're comparing the same age, the exact same premium amount, and the same timing for when you plan to start income. If you don't, the comparison is pretty much meaningless.
This next trap is a huge one: confusing the benefit base with the cash value. Here's the difference in plain English. Your cash value is the actual money in your account. It's what you could withdraw as a lump sum. The benefit base, on the other hand, is usually a bigger hypothetical number that's used only to calculate your future income payments. It's kind of like a bonus number in a video game that boosts your score, but you can't actually spend it.
Oh, it is so tempting to just focus on the most optimistic scenario. The column with the biggest numbers. But smart financial planning always starts with the guarantees. Always. Look at the guaranteed values first. Treat those big optimistic numbers as a potential bonus, not the foundation of your plan. And finally, watch out for these optional add-ons called riders. These are extra features you can buy, like a guaranteed lifetime income benefit, but they are never free. These riders come with an annual fee, usually around 1 to 1.4%, that just eats into your returns every single year. The key question you have to ask is simple: is the benefit I'm getting actually worth the cost I'm paying? All right, we've covered what an illustration is, how to read it, and what traps to avoid. Let's pull this all together into a simple checklist that's going to take you from confused to confident. Here it is, your new game plan. Number 1, always get the illustration. 2, your eyes should go straight to that guaranteed column first. 3, Make sure any comparisons you make are truly apples to apples. 4. Know that critical difference. Benefit base is for income math, cash value is for withdrawal. And number 5, do not sign anything until every single question you have about fees and assumptions has been answered clearly.
At the end of the day, an annuity illustration shouldn't be a source of confusion. It should be your most powerful tool for getting clarity. And now, you're equipped to know exactly what you're looking at. So the real question is, when you look at that document, do you see a clear roadmap to your goals? Or do you see a confusing maze? The path is there. You just have to know how to read the map.